Hi, I'm Anna. My thought for today is based on all the rainbows that I've been seeing in all the windows as we've been going around walking on our daily walk. They've been really lovely to see. Once a certain young man called David Brett said to me, when I was very early pregnant with my second child, he said to me, Anna, don't expect them to be the same. My girls aren't the same. All children are different. And of course, I know that to be true myself. My brother is a lovely guy, but he's completely different to me. Sometimes it's hard to imagine that we're related, but we are. We came from the same parents and we came from the same womb, ultimately. And 1 John 3 tells us we are all Christ's children when we come to know him. So we're all different, but we're all Christ's children. And then it got me thinking about this picture, which some of you will know quite well. This is Pink Floyd's a famous album cover, Dark Side to the Moon. And as you can see, the white light hits the prism and out the other side come all the different colours of the rainbow. But it also works in reverse. You can put the colours of the rainbow, hit the prism, and they can all be united and be one bright light. Because ultimately, white light isn't an absence of colour. It might look like it's an absence of colour, but Newton found out that it's actually lots of different colours brought together and united to become a bright white light. And the thing that focuses that light is the prism. So I work as a company secretary, and I spend a lot of time in board meetings where all sorts of different people have all sorts of different ideas about what should happen next and what decisions should be made. And sometimes I go into those meetings and I've read the papers and I'm quite convinced that there's one answer only, and it's clear cut what needs to be done. And then through the process of a meeting, lots of people have different ideas that I have never even thought of. Options that I've never even thought of. And through working together with all those different ideas, quite often I think we come out with a better result than if one person had been made decision on their own. Quite often we call this thinking independently together. Nice corporate slogan for you there. But I think it also highlights the importance of diversity, just having people who are different coming together, united by one thing, united by the prism, to be a bright light. 1 Corinthians 12 talks about diversity. It says, there are different kinds of gifts, but the same Spirit distributes them. There are different kinds of service, but the same Lord to serve. There are different kinds of working, but in all of them and in everyone is the same God. He is the prism that unites us, and when we come together through him, we can make a brighter light. Diversity isn't easy. I find my brother frustrating sometimes, and my kids argue, and I sit through boardrooms sometimes when people argue, and they're convinced that they're right and that nobody else is right. And church can be a really diverse place, and church can be quite difficult to make decisions going forward. You could say that you are the green in God's rainbow, and by being a green, you probably get on quite well with yellow. You quite like hanging out with yellow. You can see blue's point of view. It's quite easy to see. But, red, he talks crazy stuff. And ultraviolet, she's just like soft. I have no idea what she's going on about. And it's quite hard to reconcile everybody's different views and points of view into one. But I think what I'm trying to say is that we need to use God as a prism. We need to embrace the diversity, see the beauty in the rainbow, see the beauty that everybody's different, but also see how amazing, how bright a light we can be if we all come together, if we let him focus us, and then we can shine brighter. So we shouldn't try and be a different colour. We should be red if we're red. We should be green if we're green. But we should realise that it's better if we all come together, if the rainbow is focused and we let the prism unite us, then we can be a bright light, not refracted out, not split out, but united as a bright light. So I think that's my word for the day. The rainbows are beautiful, but when the rainbows come together, and they come together through God, they are the brightest, whitest light you can get.